welcome to the broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is season 8, episode 21, episode number 336. 336? Yes, that's right.
Yes.
How's it going?
It's going.
Good.
December rolls right along.
It sure does.
It does. I thought today was Wednesday, even though I knew it was
Could
Tuesday.
have been.
I was in this like weird purgatory space where like I inherently knew it was Tuesday, but I also thought it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that's how my week is going.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
When I woke up this morning, so Jay and I ended up going to bed at like 10:30 last night. And I had some late nights last week. Like one night I went to bed at 2 and had to get up at like 6:30 and I felt like awful for the whole day. Yeah. That was on Wednesday into Thursday. And then Thursday I was supposed to edit and I had it up to do it, but my father-in-law was coming on Thursday afternoon and both vacuums broke. We have the big carpet one downstairs and then the one that, the other one for upstairs. Both were broken. So I had to make a last minute run out because I couldn't get one off Amazon. I had to get it that day. So I ran at like 10 o'clock in the morning over to Costco. I was like, well, you know what? I can always return it, but I need a fucking vacuum right now. And I picked up the same one that we had upstairs, except this one can go on hardwood floors, which felt like a good upgrade.
That's what you need, man.
I know.
I can't handle too much sweeping, and like you gotta have the little guy.
I have this whole time for all 6.5 years, almost 7 years we lived in this house. I've had to sweep and then like take the little, suction thing and either put in the dustpan or suction it up because the vacuum that we had, we got on the day after Alex came home from the hospital because we realized that we needed a better vacuuming system for upstairs. Anyway, whatever. It was bought in a hurry. It's lasted great. It's been great. The battery like died though, so it wasn't holding a charge and it's not a plug-in. So that was the issue. But we're going to get a new battery and use it for like a car vacuum or spot vacuuming or something when we need something. Like we're going to turn it into like the dustbuster function. But anyway, so I had to run out and do that. And I was running on like 4 hours of sleep and I was very tired. And then I cleaned all day long and then entertained for 4 days. And didn't get to edit till today. So I'm sorry, guys. 2 weeks in a row. I failed. But my schedule goes back to normal. I should be able to have this one out on time.
It is this time of year. Nobody is current on their podcasts. And if they are, what are you doing?
Yes.
How are you doing it?
Yeah.
Yes. But I will say it was actually a life-changing experience. Just take the vacuum out and vacuum instead of sweeping and then vacuuming.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not about
that.
I
had to vacuum the rugs and that was all we had it for up there and then like spot cleaning. But anyway, good times. Anyway, how was your weekends?
Well, speaking of Costco, we tried to go to Costco.
Ooh.
Apparently, you can't go to Brooklyn Costco on a weekend. I'm sure, our fellow New Yorkers that are listening to this podcast are probably like, yeah, duh. But, we are Costco novices. We did not know. We were like, we got a Costco membership because we got really fed up with our very expensive grocery store here in our neighborhood. And we're like, we're going to go to Costco. We're going to save money and it's going to be great. So we pile up in the car and we drive there and we're like, we're going to Costco. And then it's just like the parking lot was just like the bowels of hell. It was terrible. It was terrible. There were cars parked every which way. Like they just gave up. And they were like, here's fine. And there were cars just like you would see a person going to their car with a full cart and people would just throw on their flashers and like wait for them to pull out. Like it was pandemonium.
Costco, the parking lot is awful.
Yeah, it was real bad.
And we've noticed, and this would actually probably maybe hold true with you. We've noticed that the last weekend of the month or first weekend of the month, like I guess as this might have fallen with the first being first weekend of the month being the second, that's the worst time to go to Costco. Is we've always noticed it to be the last or the first weekend of the month, depending on how it falls.
Interesting.
We're always like, well, everybody just got paid and they're spending their money on Costco for the month.
It makes sense, but it being our first time and maybe our last, we'll see. we gave up and we went to another grocery store.
Yeah,
because we had somewhere to be in the afternoon, and we're just like,
Gotcha.
we can't do this. This hurts too bad.
Yeah, they have some good Christmas presents though, like toys and stuff this time of year.
Wouldn't know. We didn't get inside.
I know. I'm saying if you ever need motivation to go. Anyway, well, I'm sorry, and I hope that your Costco experience starts soon.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to figure out that, like, I don't know, maybe like we try and go during a weekday, like working from home, and just like play hooky for a couple hours in the morning.
Yeah.
Like a random day. I don't have a lot of meetings. Like, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out, because apparently the weekends is not the time to go.
Fair enough.
Because that's when everybody else is able to go.
So when everybody else is there.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well.
We don't actually have a Costco here, but very recently we noticed a charge from Costco because our membership had auto-renewed.
Oh.
Fuck. So I guess we're members for another year. So we'll
couldn't you just call them and say you meant to cancel?
Meant to. And then we didn't. It was right around Thanksgiving, and now it feels like it's been too long. And so.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. It's just like, what is it worth? What's worth it at Costco to like actually drive to Raleigh?
Right. Right. That's a far drive. Like for us, going to Costco once a week for gas is worth it, because the gas is like 30 cents per gallon cheaper at Costco than like non-Costco. But like, I understand if you don't live, like, you're an hour and 15 minutes from one, so it's not worth it.
Yeah. I was thinking,
why are you going to use a tank of gas just to go spend?
Unless you timed it around at times you were coming back from the airport.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although often that's like pretty late and we just want to get home. But good, definitely. We'll see. And I was like thinking, like, what did I even used to get frequently at Costco? It's like toilet paper. Which like you're definitely saving on toilet paper if you get it at Costco, but then it's like, okay. Oh my God, I recently ran out of garbage bags that we brought with us from California.
Wow.
Oh,
like, that shit lasts forever.
Yeah.
So like you buy one and like, okay, so you did save some money, but also, anyway. Not like big ticket items exactly,
Right.
No, but
it adds up. But
it does add up.
It does add up. And like, because we got, what did we get from, other than the vacuum? We got, like there was a four pack of giant poinsettias there for $18 for all four. And they're huge. So that was good.
But here's the question, like, would you have bought poinsettias regardless?
We probably would have picked up like one or two from Target, because we both like poinsettias. We have a couple fake ones, but like it's nice to have like one real one. So we may have just as a part of decorative, but we always get like a real wreath, and we get the real wreath from Costco too.
No, but like, because buying additional things just
yeah. No, I know.
Just because it's a good deal.
I'm 100% guilty of that.
Yeah, but I would buy something in that place for Christmas decorations in general.
Yeah.
So whether it was a poinsettia or another thing of freaking lights, which I had so much extra lights from my deck excursions that today I went into Target and I returned like $110 worth of lights.
Holy shit.
It was
a lot of lights.
That was a lot of lights.
3 different purchases. So I had 3 different receipts. I was like, I'm so sorry. This one was bought with the red card by accident. This one was on my credit card. This one was on my debit card. And I realized the debit card comes out of the same thing as the red card, but I know there were 2 different ones. So I think you're just going to have to do the 3 different returns.
'Tis the season.
Yeah.
'Tis the season.
I'm sure you're not the most annoying person they dealt with.
I had all my receipts, so I was set. I'm sure that I'm not the most annoying person. But I was like, oh, thank God. I kept one spare box of each one just in case something happens. And it's like, bye-bye, all you ginormous bag of extra lights that I did not need. So ridiculous. I love decorating for things. That's my problem, is I love decorating.
That's fair. I do too. I'm actually like very anxious that we haven't gotten our tree yet, and it's like really bumming me out.
Yeah. You got
Aw.
20 days,
Yeah,
19 days.
Well, because it's like, we aren't here for Christmas, so it's like I
Yeah.
like to maximize, because trees are very expensive. Like
Yes,
they're
they are.
very like stupidly expensive, and like
Mhm.
if we're gonna spend the money, like I want to really get the maximum amount of enjoyment out of this tree. So like I look at my pictures, like my phone will be like 2 years ago today. Here's this very cute picture, and look, there's a tree in the background. So it's like I just feel all out of balance without a tree.
I get it.
I did put up my Christmas village, and I'm pretty happy with how.
Aw.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
I do
So we
want to
have
do
a
that
little-
this year.
Yeah, we have a little decoration, and I think I'm pleased.
Nice.
I love that. Hopefully by the time this episode comes out, I have faith in you that you're going to have a tree.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
So, yeah. How about you, Shandy? Anything exciting happened to you this weekend?
I'm trying to
Obviously,
think.
no
Not
failed
really.
Costco trips.
Yeah.
No Costco trips. Yeah, no, not really.
Okay.
A new place opened in town, which is kind of a big deal here because there's not too many places that aren't like a chain restaurant.
Yeah.
Which is like, what's up with that? People,
Yeah.
everyone literally has to eat, and people generally like to eat. Anyway, it's very strange.
Some people like chain restaurants. Like, I don't know.
I guess
Yeah,
if they
because
don't
you know what
better.
it is?
Yeah.
They know what they're getting there. And there are people that genuinely
And
no,
it's
I- no, this is
very
the thing.
mediocre. And
Right.
There are,
Some people
there
aren't
are
adventurous. Some people aren't adventurous eaters.
But I
Yeah,
feel like
they're
you don't have to
genuinely-
be adventurous to eat in a normal restaurant.
No, there are genuinely people that get upset about get anxious about if I go someplace different, am I going to like it? What am I going to eat? And they pick the chain restaurants because it's the same menu everywhere, and they like that.
Not my-
I didn't say
But,
I like it.
To each
I
is their
don't-
own. To each is their own, I suppose.
Yeah.
I guess to each is their own bad taste, but they're just like
Shandy,
all concentrated.
yuck and
here.
yums everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yuck and them's yums.
I'll yuck this yum because it's not yum.
All
Sorry,
right,
not
fair
sorry.
enough.
Yeah, but anyway, all of these people apparently just like amass here. And so that's why I just feel like there would be a market for it. So it's very strange. But anyway, there's a new place that was apparently like 2 years in the making.
Oh,
It's not actually a restaurant. It's like a cocktail bar, which is cool.
Ooh, that has food.
That has food trucks.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I
better.
love that.
I like that trend. I think it's kind of the best of all things.
Mhm.
That's like the that really cool distillery we went to in the middle of nowhere, Durham, for Jay's Christmas party that one year. And because it was this distillery that had this room that was the size of this bedroom for like a dance floor, they didn't have any space in there, and they just had food trucks outside.
Nice.
It was cool. Anyway, sorry, Shandy.
No, that's it. That's like the totality of my exciting weekend. It was good. It was fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today is the 1 year anniversary of getting little Lena.
Oh,
Yeah.
did she get any special treats today as a celebration?
She got normal treats and a lot of like, oh, happy anniversary to you, little one.
We decided this past weekend that I think after we get back from Germany, we're gonna get a new cat for me and Alex's birthday.
Oh, great news.
So-
I love that. Is this why he's being a cat?
yeah,
No, he's being a cat because I said a couple of months ago that I thought that he might have also been a cat in a former life, and that's why he's so scared of dogs. And he likes to eat he likes to chew on his hair and other people's hair and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I think Alex, in addition to being a mob boss, you were also a cat in another life. And I
he's
think
lived
that
many lives.
maybe, yeah, it was like, was like, I think maybe you should work on like getting through your anger issues and your fear of dogs in this life. You can level up, man. Anyway, now he just pretends to be a cat all of the time.
Well, that's very cute. And soon he will have one. I love this for you. What, like, do you guys know, like, are you going to get it from
We
a
haven't
shelter?
gotten that far.
Okay.
What we need to do, because Zachary is allergic to cats.
Oh, fuck.
So we started researching hypoallergenic cats. And whatever we do, we're going to need to take Zach with us. And he's going to, like, need to be around, like, you know, the cat in a room by itself to see if it makes him sneeze or not. We know that tabby cats make him, like, we know he can't handle tabby cats. Anything orange, he sneezes. He's itchy. He's whatever.
It's crazy.
We don't want to get the kids and I don't think Jay cares. The kids and I don't want to get another black cat because we don't want to replace Zoe that way yet. We're not ready for that.
Yeah.
So we need to figure out something. Like, Jay was researching like Siamese cats and like hairless cats. And I was like, no and no.
Yeah. Siamese cats are beautiful, but aren't they kind of
assholes?
Ill-tempered, yeah.
And they're very chatty. Like, they make a lot of noise. They have a lot to say.
So did Zoe. That wouldn't be. No.
Hairless cats, I don't want to body shame, and it's super not their fault, but it's
no. It's really, also not my thing. So we'll see. We thought about doing it now because we'd have 2 months at home with it. But then, like, you know, what do we do when we go to Europe and blah, blah, blah. So we figured it would be nice to time it with, so Alex's birthday is the 9th. I'm the 8th, obviously, of February. And my family is coming on the 9th. We're going to celebrate on the 10th. And then they'll leave by like the 12th or whatever. So right after that, because my mom and my sister are both allergic to cats as well. So right after that, then I think we're here for Easter. So we're not traveling anywhere that we're planning on until at least the end of June. So we will then have plenty of time with the little kitty.
Oh,
nice.
So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. You know, but that's the plan. So
awesome.
Yay. The year of the cat.
The year.
Oh my God.
The year of the cat in so many layers.
I also had something very exciting happen to me. Well, not exciting, but my car. Remember I had to take the car in because the doors weren't opening and closing and the CarPlay wasn't working. So I got to the dealership. I ended up going on Wednesday, and you know, I explained to the dude what happened. Just go sit down in the room, like the waiting room, and like 2 minutes later, he comes into me and he's like, "I want to show you something." And I was like, "Oh fuck! Like, is he going to show me like an animal, a cat, a rat, or something like chewed?" Because last time I was in there, they showed me a picture of one of the filters that like a rat had chewed.
Oh no.
Or a mouse or something. And they were like, "Do you want us to replace this for blah, blah, blah?" And I'm thinking, I can get this in the store and have Jay replace it for like a quarter of that. So no, thank you, but gross. So anyway, he shows me that he's like, "I think I solved your problem." Yeah. So guess what? There's a fucking button in the front of the car that I never knew that basically child protects the automatic doors, so you can't open them automatically. And instead of me paying the $200, because it was 2 separate $200 tests to get the CarPlay and then the doors diagnosed, so I was like, well, then I picked the doors because those are the important. The other thing is more vanity. And yeah, so rather than like subject me to the big thing for them to come back and be like, turn the lock off, dummy, he did it on his own and just was like, you know, you just had it on. And I was like, oh, I don't even know how I hit that, but I did.
That's
and
amazing.
That button was there. I had seen it. I had never known when it was for. And now I do.
That's amazing. That's great.
It was amazing. So then he's like, so while you're here, since you're here anyway, do you want to just do the test for the CarPlay? And I'm like, well, I guess so. He's like, okay, well, let me just ask you a couple questions about it before I send you back. And he's like, does the microphone work with Siri? I said, yes, the microphone works with Siri, anything else, except the only time it doesn't work is when you're talking on the phone, like over the CarPlay. And he's like, yeah, that's an Apple issue. Their latest update messed it up and they just have to fix it. And so far it's been months and they haven't fixed it yet. He's like, you're not the first. Because he was like, do you have an iPhone or an Apple product? And I was like, yes. He's like, yeah, that's their thing. He's like, so I'm going to save you the cost of that because all we're going to tell you is wait for the Apple update.
Oh my God.
I was like, so then I was like, oh my God. I could tell I was like, he must have seen my face. Like, I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And he was like, do you want a hug? And I was like, yes, I want a hug.
Yes, I do. Very desperately.
So there I was in the middle of the Toyota dealership hugging the maintenance guy.
It's just so nice when people are nice, and
it was so nice
because
he's
not trying to rip you off.
Exactly. He very easily could have made a quick buck off of me and had me do either of those tests just to come back as like a simple fix. And he didn't. And that was real cool. Because the first guy that I'd asked about the CarPlay, he was like, well, we're going to have to diagnose it.
Mm.
And he was younger. And this gentleman, I will say, this gentleman looked like he was maybe in his early 60s. And the other one that wanted me to do the test a couple of months ago, or a month or so ago, he looked like he was in his like mid 20s. So clearly there's like an overachiever aspect to one. And I've seen some shit. And I know that the best way to get loyalty is to be kind to the customer aspect of the other. So yeah, nice. So that was my good news of the week.
That's good news. That's great.
Yeah, I was really excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Anybody else have anything, or we can do announcements?
I'm good.
Okay. Next week, I'm hoping Thursday because I need some extra time, but I could do it any other day. If you can't do it, I can make it happen on Tuesday. We're going to talk about Christmas movies. We need your suggestions. I've watched 1.5 Thursday. Okay, so on Thursday, December 14th, we're going to record about Christmas movies, holiday movies in general. Woo!
Oh, shit.
No, actually, we're not.
No.
It's like the one time I have plans. I'm going to a play on that night.
Oh.
What about the Wednesday? I can do Survivor on Thursday.
I can do Wednesday.
Yeah.
One extra day is good. I'll take any extra
Let me just think this through.
Okay.
Yes, Wednesday's good.
So on Wednesday, December 13th, we are going to talk about holiday movies. I've watched 1.5 so far. And again, in my defense, I had a house guest here on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and he left on Monday evening. So I had a hard time just getting everybody behind watching Christmas movies with me that weren't, Home Alone. We did watch Home Alone, obviously.
Nice.
So the movie that I watched all the way through is a Hulu movie called Reporting for Christmas.
Nice.
It's about a Chicago journalist who goes to an Iowa town to get a story. That's the meet cute.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. It was okay. Obviously, I'll talk about it more, but if you guys want to do that was on Hulu. I had to take advantage of my 99 cents a month.
Okay.
I didn't end up getting that.
Oh, boo!
Yeah.
We still need to set up our new Hulu because I paused my current Hulu because we bundled and everything's so expensive.
Yeah, I get it. Well, if you do
I'm
want
also
to do
trying
this,
to max out on Apple TV Plus because we're canceling that on the 15th. So I'm trying to
shit. Okay, I will focus on Apple TV Plus and text you if I find anything.
I don't know if there's that much other than the Hannah Waddington and Spirited, to be honest.
Okay. Well, Hannah Waddington's on my list. I'm doing Family Swap. It's my turn to pick movie night, so we're doing that on Friday.
It's good. I enjoyed it.
Nice.
I hear that it's very cute for kids too.
I'll try to watch it.
Yeah. It's a good family movie.
Yeah. Well, it's Jennifer Garner, and she only does that's her whole genre is relatable mom now.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Reporting for Christmas, and then we started last night, but we fell asleep at 10:15 in the middle of it, which is why we ended up going to bed at 10:30. Murderville. So it is Murderville, Who Killed Santa. So it is an improv show.
Yeah, with Will Arnett, right?
Will Arnett, and he has famous people guest on it every week. The cast and Will Arnett know the script, and the guests don't. So it's all improv on their end. This time it was Jason Bateman and Maya Rudolph.
Oh, fun.
With Sean Hayes made an appearance in it.
I have seen this. This is old. I've seen this. I was like,
the
wait a
murder
minute.
one? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've seen the Christmas one. Yes, I know I've seen some of these.
Okay.
Yes. I was like, oh, Jason Bateman's been in one before. And so
Yeah.
has Maya Rudolph. Wait, no, I've seen it.
Okay, well, I
It's
have to
good.
finish watching it. It was very fun. I love every time they break character.
Yeah, it's super weird. But like if you're into kind of like absurdist humor, it's great.
Exactly. And it's only 30 minutes, which is why we watched it, because we were tired and I had taken an Advil PM anyway. So I was like, all right, I got about an hour until bedtime. What are we watching? No, I think it's like 45 minutes or something. Anyway, I'm gonna totally finish that to talk about it too. So that, and then that's what I heard. Candy Cane Lane is very cheesy, but I might watch that. That's the new Eddie Murphy one.
Oh yeah.
Where I feel like it's a family version of the Christmas one,
Yeah.
Yeah, with the lights. That's my understanding of it. So anyway, that's where I'm going. That's where I am so far.
Nice.
But with Peacock, you get access to Hallmark movies. And unfortunately, none of the kitten movies are part of the Peacock. However,
what a bummer.
99-cent rental on Amazon this year, baby.
Nice.
And like I said, I've been stocking up. I've been banking credits on the Prime Delivery Day. All the stuff I ordered on Black Friday, the first batch of stuff arrived today. And it's arriving for the rest of the week through next week, because I picked Prime Delivery Day for every single one of them. Nice. So, yes. So I will be watching the sequel to the 9 Lives of Christmas, the 9 Kittens of Christmas. I will be watching it. Prepare yourselves.
Awesome. Awesome. I started watching Best Christmas Ever.
Ooh, what's that on?
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Is it
Netflix?
good?
I was trying to see the description because I'm like not very far in. I need to go back to it. But it's with Brandy. And it's with the guy from American Pie who fucks the American Pie.
Jason
Biggs.
Biggs,
yeah.
And he's married to that other actress that was like doing stuff at like the same time, and she's blonde. Let me find this. Why is there no like because it's my phone maybe.
Okay,
more
this
info.
is
Here we go.
Heather Graham.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I will add this to my list because it's a 2023 movie.
Brandy. I'm in anything with Brandy.
Yeah.
All right. I'm in.
So, I just saw it on Netflix. Again, that's like the only one I think right now that I'm still paying for. So it's going to be kind of a Netflix Christmas for me. But I do want to see the Hannah Waddington one. So I'll figure out a way to do that.
It's really enjoyable. Yeah. It doesn't ask a lot of you, and she's just like stupidly talented, like just amazingly talented.
Yeah. Maybe I will put that on tomorrow. We needed suggestions, guys. So let us know what you think we should watch, preferably for Shandy Netflix, but we'll take any suggestion.
Prime and Conquer. Yeah.
I think we all have Prime Video too, right?
Yes. I do actually. I forget about that sometimes.
And Prime Video had some really good ones last year, right?
Perhaps.
Yeah, it wasn't like Prime. It was sort of like a sleeper thing. I feel like we found a few gems really after the fact.
Yes, and we really liked it too. What was it?
We liked it so much we can't remember what they were.
No, it had the kid. Didn't have the kid from Sex Education or something.
Yes. Oh, right. That one where like
and they swapped houses.
They swapped families' houses, and like one's like really wealthy and
I saw this one.
Oh my gosh! What was it called? It was really cute.
I'm Googling Christmas movies right now because I can't remember what it was. Oh, man. Shit. This is great. This is great that we can't. Christmas Crush? No, that was 2013, not 2023.
2013.
Shit.
Your Christmas or mine?
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I watched that.
Yes.
I just Googled Christmas movie 2022 Asa Butterfield.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I knew that it was Asa Butterfield. I just didn't know his name.
That's fair. I just recently finished Sex Education, so like,
I gotta get on that.
It was very good.
Yes, right?
Oh my God, they landed the plane.
They landed it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. Oh, I'm also gonna watch the what's it called? The Lifetime Christmas movie. If I can figure out how to stream it, the Lifetime Christmas movie that has the first Christmas movie sex scene.
Oh.
It's like a cowboy Christmas movie or a cowboy for Christmas.
Sure is.
I know. I was like, oh, like a reverse cowgirl Christmas. So I need to, that streams on Saturday. So I need to figure out if that's a free stream. Hopefully, fingers crossed that it's not a rental. But I believe under Paramount or Peacock, all that, like I said, all that shit's available. I don't know if Lifetime is, but I'll figure it out. I do want to watch it. I want to. Apparently, they have sex in hay, so I'm like, oh, a literal roll in the hay. Let's do it.
Seems dangerous.
It does.
But very Christmas movie.
Yeah, but very Christmas movie.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, please give us any suggestions you have, or if you've watched any Christmas movies of any kind, any year, just write in. Let us know. We want to talk about it. We want to talk holiday movies. We love it. And then on December 19th, we'll be live over Zoom for our last show of 2023.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Anything else before we move on?
Nope.
All right. So as promised last week, I found the link. Millennials are sharing the ridiculous things their parents ingrained in them, and I truly remember a lot of these things. Growing up, our parents told us a bunch of things that ultimately ended up not being true. For example, there was a classic one where apparently drug dealers will give you free drugs to get you hooked on that. Any kids in the 80s or 90s probably heard from their parents.
And they'll do it they'll put it in your Halloween candy too.
That was more 2022, yeah, but yeah.
No, that's like hasn't. I mean, I feel like maybe. Well, okay, no.
Wasn't it like
maybe
razors and needles?
It was razor blades for
Oh God!
No, that's true.
But that makes more sense because they're like $1 for a 10-pack, but still disgusting.
True. I'm mixing up my fake news things.
It's okay. It's hard.
Neither
of
which are true.
Fake news.
Yeah.
So this is from the Millennials subreddit, and the exact question was, what is something your parents ingrained in you that you now realize is ridiculous? This is the one that reminded me of it last year, that it was illegal to turn the interior lights of the car on while driving. That really was a thing. Like,
I thought you were not supposed to do that.
Right.
Well, because
I
don't know
if I thought it was logical sense of why you would do it.
It's you shouldn't turn them on because of the glare that it creates, that it's hard to see. Okay, so the next one is moving on. That thing that they're like, respect is earned, not given. Biggest horse shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I mean, some people have to earn it, but really most people are just given it, even if they deserve it or not.
Yeah.
And some people need to like earn it back, but like, what if we treated every single person in the world with respect?
Right.
All of us mutually as like our baseline. That would be pretty sweet.
Right.
Right. It's not innocent until proven guilty. It's just treating people nicely.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfectionism is the standard. Things aren't worth doing unless you do them so thoroughly and perfectly that you basically are never done editing. Hello, burnout.
Yeah, that's a real millennial thing, huh?
Yeah. Oh, God. That a 10-hour car ride with only one bathroom break is normal. And
no, because I wouldn't be in a car that long. I'm a New Englander. We don't do that. We do not do long car rides. 2 hours is a long car ride.
Fair enough. The handle for that person is Paws Across America. A+ screen name.
Oh, nice.
This next one is being a member of the Clean Plate Club is not the badge of honor I was told it was.
Yeah.
The next one, living together before marriage is wrong on all levels. Not only is it a sin, but it proves the old expression of why buy the cow when you can get the milk free. I'm very thankful I didn't live by this. I would have had a nasty divorce instead of just a difficult breakup.
Yikes. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, I was never, I guess the church taught me that. Friends was evil because they were all sleeping together. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that one was ever really like heavily
No, I was
enforced.
absolutely told that before.
Don't buy the
Like,
milk
or
if you can get it for free. Like,
or
that's
some
so
form
wrong.
of that. Some
Yeah.
form of that. But
Uh-huh.
I definitely, and I knew people whose parents had the exact same opinion as well. That was and it's odd because that generation, they didn't really adhere to that. That was just something that their like silent greatest generation parents told them. So it's kind of odd that
And they passed it down.
They passed it down. It's like
Yeah.
do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Like the people in the Moms for Liberty people in Florida, the 3 ways for me but not for thee kind of thing. You guys heard about that, right?
No.
So-
Wait, I think I missed something here, but this sounds very promising.
Okay, so
I
the
thought I knew where we were going, but
No, we just banked left really hard.
yeah, real hard. And I was like, wait, did she say freeway or three-way? Okay.
I said 3-way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the Moms for Liberty co-founder is the wife of the chairman of the Republican people of Florida. Like, he's the head of the Republican Party in Florida, and she's married to him. And, they've done some pretty hateful, shitty things over the past couple of years. Big friends of Ronnie D and his very odd wife. And it turns out that back in October, this woman's coworker called 911 to say that her coworker had not been into work. She was clearly like drunk and high in the middle of the day, and she had told her that she was afraid to leave the house because she had been raped. So the coworker was concerned, calls the cops to do a wellness check, and this sets off a whole chain of events. Turns out that this woman had been a years-long 3-way relationship with the Republican chairman of Florida, his gay-hating bisexual wife, who was also sleeping with this woman. And the dude had gone to her house one day outside of the threesome and raped her.
Oh my God.
And she was scared for her life because obviously he's a powerful person that could have had her killed. So this was a ginormous thing that blew up at the end of last week and throughout the weekend, that it's just like, you have ruined LGBTQ kids' lives, and you're fucking a woman at the same time that you're doing this. Like, it's the hypocrisy of it.
That checks out.
It
really
does check out. But he's been charged with like sexual assault and battery, and the whole thing is wild. Wow. Look it up later. It's some fun bedtime reading. And of course, people are like, well, how much did the DeSantis's know? Because they were tight with this couple. And I'm like, oh, yes.
Interesting. I mean, they're all fucking hypocrites.
They're all
hypocrites. And that's what it comes down to. And the weirder they are about like sex and sexuality,
it's always projection.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Always projection. So anyway, that's how we got to why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free. Free milk, everybody!
Free milk!
Episode title, free milk. 3-way milk. No. Next one. And this one also speaks to me very much, that you must have a valid reason for doing everything you do. Because I want to or because it makes me happy are not valid reasons. That is Catholicism in a nutshell.
Okay. I didn't get that.
Oh, I still have to do it here. Like, I just had to tell like a 10-minute story to justify why I bought a fucking vacuum. It wasn't because I wanted a vacuum. It was because this one broke and this one broke and I had company coming and I really had to do this. Like, I do that all of the time.
So I was going to say, my suggestion also was like, just don't vacuum.
Oh, gross.
I mean, eventually you need to vacuum, but like this one time.
Shandy.
Oh, for you have company.
Alex doesn't even eat. Alex doesn't eat over his plate. It's so gross. I got to vacuum.
Okay, well, I guess I wasn't accounting for that, but like,
Just saying.
Yep.
People always got to make things pristine for their guests, and that's very nice, but also you don't have to.
Very true, but I wanted to.
Yeah. It just makes me feel better in my headspace.
Yeah, I'm like, look, guys, I'm doing something right. I can at least keep the house.
I'm not a
clean when
complete
you're
failure.
here.
I keep my floor clean.
Okay, next one. Make sure you tell your boss that you want to work all the weekends, evenings, and holidays so they know that you really care about your job.
I feel like that is the antithesis of the millennial ethos, actually.
Yes. But it's nice when you realize, like, well, it's nice and it's also shitty when you realize that, guess what? Your company's about money. They don't really give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
So you take
You
those
are
holidays.
replaceable. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I don't know who was taught this one, but this is hilarious. That EMTs care about your bra and underwear matching.
What?
Oh, I totally get this one. Because
explain, please.
And this is not like something that was instilled in me, but like, you know, this idea of like, well, if you died today, or if like, make sure you're wearing underwear, because have you ever heard this? I feel like this is something my grandmother would have said. Not necessarily that they need to match, but it's like, make sure you're in clean underwear, because if you died today, or if is this not, no?
Because
Anyone?
your corpse would be embarrassed.
I'm telling you what my grandmother was. This is like an old person thing. Yeah, no, I'm really the only one. Listeners, please tell me that you've sort of. I can't formulate it correctly.
That's ringing some bells in the very recesses of my brain.
Yeah,
is that kind of like how
Dolly said that, but
how like your grandma would say, like, you always have to have your face made in case something happens?
Yeah, that's like similar vein. Yeah. The underwear thing is weird because like who's gonna be? But hey. Also, when you're dead, you're dead. But whatever.
But
Okay, because as you all know, my grandma used to always say, make sure you're wearing a bra because nobody wants to see your titties flapping everywhere. Is that I love the word titties because of my grandma. Let's see. You must conform and appear normal, otherwise someone might judge you as weird, and that's just the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think that was instilled in
I
me.
get that too. Like, it's just the, be likable kind of thing. Also,
I feel like I subscribe to a part of that in like a very, very like deep coded part of my body that like, I'm subconsciously adhering to.
I did until last year when Carolyn was on Survivor, and I was like, you know what? I want to be as fucking weird as I am. I'm going back to my shoes with sequins on them that I thought rhinestones that I thought that parents would be like, ew, Zachary's mom is a weirdo. Look at her and her rhinestone shoes. I'm going to wear them.
Yeah,
I don't have them anymore, but if I did, I would.
I would wear them.
I think I donated them a few years ago.
I'm wearing them in my heart.
I'm wearing them in my heart.
My heart is wearing rhinestone shoes right now.
Exactly. Okay. Stay with one company, be loyal, and they'll appreciate you more and pay you more. Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, I think the opposite of that is true.
Yeah. We were talking about that with, so Jerry and I took a road trip to Sanford on Friday because I wanted to get this Spode teapot for $8, and I also needed a geocache for that challenge I'm working on that happens to also be in Sanford. So I was like, ooh, I don't need to travel an hour away for an $8 teapot, but I do want this cache, so I'm going to combine it. And
two birds, man.
I'm sorry, it was $5. She threw in this little hot chocolate mug with it for an extra $3. So that was it. It was like, I can do this, sure. Plus, I'm going to go there anyway at some point because it's the only place I can get this cash. So that was hidden on this specific day in a specific month in this specific year. And I'm such a weirdo loser that I'm doing this, but it's my goal and it makes me happy. So we ended up going downtown Sanford and walking around, and they have this like original Ford like dealership and like Coca-Cola plant and like all this old stuff there that's like from like the 50s, and it was really cool. But we were talking then when we were telling Jay about it when we got home about how like that generation was able to like go to IBM or go to this place or go to like work in this construction company. And like they would work there for 40 years. And like you just can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So anyway, that you get the flu from getting your head wet in the rain or from not wearing a thick jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that one. It was always like, and even now, like if it's cold out and my hair's wet, I like tuck it up in a hat. Like I feel like, oh, I'm going to get sick.
I'm going to catch a cold. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, those are viruses. So
Right.
you're
But then
literally
also
just
your hair just turns into like little like icicle hair, and like that's also not cute.
Your hair won't like it, and you will literally catch being freezing, but
Yeah.
not like it.
But you won't get sick. You'll just get cold. And the
Yeah.
body temperature will lower, which is also
Literally
like
cold.
uncomfortable and like something to be avoided. But not in the same way, I suppose.
Right. Coffee stunts your growth. I'd heard that too.
Oh yeah,
heard that,
I totally heard that one.
Yeah. I don't drink coffee. I want to be 5'10", like Cindy Crawford. What's the line?
What's it from? I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like it's a movie we've watched.
Oh, Now and Then. No?
Clueless.
Clueless. That's it.
I think.
No?
I don't know. It feels like it could be Now and Then.
I
Yeah,
feel
it
like
does
that.
feel like it could be Now and Then.
But it wouldn't be Cindy Crawford.
No, yeah.
No.
Somebody tell us. Matt's on it.
Help.
Matt's on it. Okay, that you will drown if you swim after you eat.
No.
Because you get cramps if you
Yeah,
swim
not
after you eat.
like intense,
yeah.
but it was definitely, we had a 90-minute rule that like you'd have a snack and you'd have to get out of the pool and like wait.
Yes,
So
we
definitely
also
had that rule.
For sure.
we did too. Let's see. We're almost done here. We're at the bottom of the page, so let me find something good. I was told over and over, just wait until you're a parent, then you'll understand. Now I'm a parent, and I have fully concluded that they were just trying to mask their insecurities with gaslighting. There are certain things that I do understand as a parent, like when your parents lost patience with you. I do understand being at the end of your line from the parents' point of view versus the kids' point of view, because sometimes that shit is annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, also there are some things that I'm like, I still don't get that. And lastly, the permanent record lie. If I got a detention, speeding ticket, any sort of ticket, it'd go on my permanent record. I'd never get into college or get a good job. It was the blanket fear approach instead of using truthful, realistic consequences for those situations. I remember that.
That was like on TV shows. Like, I don't know if it was like something that like was present in my real life.
No, I remember that, like, being afraid that, like, oh my God, if I got in trouble, I won't get into college or something. I don't know. I had a lot of pressure that I put on myself that may have been internal and externally influenced. So I get that as well. Anyway.
I Googled it and it is Cher and Clueless. Duh, it might stop my growth. I want to be 5'10" like Cindy Crawford.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Solid.
I was thinking, like, but how does that make sense? Isn't she finished growing? But when do you reach full height?
I don't know. For me, it was the 6th grade, but that was just me.
All right, well, let's Google it. When do you reach full height?
I'm sure it depends on the person, but
yeah.
But
most girls stop growing taller by ages 14 or 15. In contrast, boys can continue gaining height at a gradual pace until around 18, which they do say girls grow and mature faster than boys, which I believe is like a hormonal growth thing.
Yeah. Also, we're just superior.
Well, yeah, clearly. Duh. All right. Anything else that you guys can think of off the top of your head that you were taught that is ridiculous?
I feel like there's got to be things, but it would take like some real brain searching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, take a think on it. We can always talk about it another week. You guys can email us, thebroadcasters3@gmail.com, or let us know, or comment in the Facebook group or whatever. Let us know what you were told that you grew up and realized was ridiculous. I think that off the top of my head, I was always told, like, about certain things like you have to turn the light off every time you leave the room, or you have to unplug your computer charger or your phone charger, after you take your phone off, or it's going to waste electricity and but in nowadays, your phone charger, I believe if you have it in the surge protector, it doesn't actually put power through. It's not going to start a fire.
I think it does waste electricity, but it's not going to start a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my parents still unplug their toaster oven when it's not in use.
Yeah.
Because they think they're wasting electricity even though it's not on.
No, they might
or
be
it's
actually. I remember reading a
fire.
book that was talking about that, but I don't know. Again, that was just one book. So,
but I believe appliances nowadays are made so that it doesn't.
Right, that it's not pulling energy, even though it's not.
If it's not in use.
Yeah. I would hope that they've managed to make toasters smarter.
Yeah.
One would.
My
I
parents,
mean, it definitely is probably not going to start a fire.
Yeah. No, but I was always, so if you don't unplug everything or shut the lights off, your house could go burn down. Though my parents
leave a lot of crumbs in your toaster.
Sure, but if you also leave it on, if you leave your toaster on with the crumbs, then sure.
Yeah.
My parents also believe that if they use their car to charge their phones, that they will end up killing the car battery. So if they need to use Waze or something, they will literally, one person will hold the phone up with Waze on it. And the person will drive.
Huh.
I mean, I don't want to sound disrespectful, but do they realize that literally everyone else in the country is doing this and their car batteries are not dying?
Well, I think coincidentally they needed a new car battery once after a long trip.
Oh no! So it became a self-fulfilling prophecy for them,
where they were like, "That's it. We need a new car battery. We had the phone plugged in."
Yeah, that must have been it.
And we were like, "But when you turn the car on, the battery recharges. Yes, it uses energy from the battery, but it's not going to kill your battery. Maybe you just had an old battery. Yeah. So, but it is pretty funny." But anyway. All right. Yeah. Let us know. I especially want to hear from all you Gen Xers or boomers listening. What did your parents tell you that was bullshit?
Yes.
Please let us know. It's the end of the year. We only have 2 shows left. Let us know. Give us your feedback. Share with us for Christmas.
Little Christmas present, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's take a quick break. We come back. We'll do a little bit of feedback and we'll call it a show. Okay, we are back. We're ready to get into some feedback. But before we do, I found a Prime video called A Tiny Home Christmas.
Oh,
excellent.
I'm 100% into that.
Yes.
That is the funniest thing.
I'm serious. I went through a phase. It's on. It's been a while. Doesn't mean I won't go back. But I went on a phase of watching tiny home videos all the time.
They're great. Jay watches them all the time on YouTube.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good.
So I'm here for this.
Okay, cool. Excellent. All right, I better close this out. Otherwise, I am going to keep getting distracted. Okay. The first bit of feedback is from Mandy. She goes, I'm so sad I didn't know you were coming to Nashville, Amanda.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Next time.
Yeah.
Mandy continues, while we don't need our tonsils, it's hard to get them out now. I've been told Maddie has to have strep 5 times in 1 year or 7 times in 2 years.
Yikes.
Ooh, the reasoning is it's easy to treat strep. Maddie's crossing her fingers for strep 2 more times by February.
Oh, man.
Woo! Woo! I don't know if yeah.
That's a lot.
It does seem like back in our day, they used to just
zap those suckers.
Take those out. Yeah. I never got mine removed, but I guess I didn't have strep enough. I felt like I did. But...
and then Matt says, have you seen A Murder at the End of the World? It's really good so far and co-created by a woman, Britt Marling.
I have not even heard of it. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, no,
I have heard of it, but I don't really know anything about it. It is with Emma Corrin, Clive Owen, Britt Marling, Harris Dickinson. I don't know any of these people except Clive Owen, who got old. Yikes.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the dude from the End of the World movie. What was it called? Children of Men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, he got very old looking. I guess that was almost 20 years ago. Cool. Anyway, let's see. What is it on? It is on Hulu. And the description is, excusez-moi, let me pull it up. Murder at the End of the World is a mystery series. A series with a new kind of detective at the helm, a Gen Z amateur sleuth, and tech-savvy hacker named Darby Hart. In the new limited series, Darby and 8 other guests are invited by a reclusive billionaire to participate in a retreat at a remote and dazzling location. When one of the other guests is found dead, Darby must put to use all of her combined skills and prove it was in fact murder.
So like Agatha Christie by way of Glass Onion, by way of
I was going to say
with the dragon tattoo, but for Gen Z.
Yes. Yeah. I'm in. If I have a chance to check it out after I watch a million Christmas movies.
Palate cleanser.
Yes. A Christmas movie palate cleanser with a murder. We recently sounds good to me. We recently rewatched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo a couple weeks ago because they talked about it on the Blank Check with Griffin and David podcast, and that movie is so good. I forgot how much I liked that movie.
I don't think I actually saw the movie.
I've read the book, and I think at the time I was all like, oh, the movie's fine, but the book is better. But I haven't read the book in 15 years since I saw the movie. So now just watching the movie on its own, I was like, oh yeah, I love it.
Nice. Yeah. Maybe someday I'll watch it.
It's not bad. It's graphic though,
So maybe I won't watch it.
No. It's not graphic with the murders. The murder is a cold case.
Right, because I have read the book.
Yes.
I think I read the first 2 books in the series. I don't think I read the last one.
It's the whole rapiness of it that's kind of graphic.
Right.
But then she gets her revenge, so it's okay. Right. Not that she got raped, but one thing makes the other thing more palatable.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. The movie holds up is all I'm saying. Is if you wanted to watch it, go for it. And then Matt also shares his top podcast list from Spotify, which I don't listen to things through Spotify, so I don't have a list. And it was we're number 2.
Indeed. Yeah.
Second is the best. And we do not have any emails this week because I put the show out about 6 hours ago.
So we'll have an influx next week.
Exactly.
I hope we do.
Me too.
Yes.
So
the gauntlet has been thrown.
On a happier note, did you guys see that Macaulay Culkin got a star on the Walk of Fame?
Oh,
and I did because I was texting with you guys.
But then the algorithm caught up and fed me a bunch of videos about it. So don't worry.
Yeah.
Isn't that so sweet, though?
I think
that was really sweet.
Yeah.
I love that Catherine O'Hara was there. And I didn't know he was such good friends with Natasha Lyonne, but that makes sense because I feel like she's good friends with everybody.
Huh. Well, they're like, contemporaries. I feel like they both had like wild childhoods,
yeah.
Coming from New York. Like, I feel like that makes sense somehow.
Yeah, I agree. I just was I was surprised, but, pleasantly surprised. Because again, she feels like somebody that's very good at keeping up with correspondence. Like she tokes up and then she's like, let me text all the people I got to text back. Whereas somebody like me is like, gets all like, oh my God, I got to text these people back because it makes me anxious that I might have to. Anyway, I'm so weird. Anyway, congratulations, Macaulay Culkin.
Indeed. Did you see that commercial that he did for Google?
No.
Yeah, we rewatched it after we watched the YouTube video of his speech because.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry. We rewatched it after we watched Home Alone because I was like, oh, you know what we should watch now?
Well, I'll send it to you, Amanda.
It's
from 2019.
Cute.
Yeah,
it's from 2019.
It's from 2019.
Why is it only
making
around
like
now?
Some new
I
thing.
thought so too.
No, it's from 2019. He did it right before the pandemic. It was, yeah. Isn't that funny? Back when Google Home was, people thought it was good. I've had a Google Home for the last year. I fucking hate it, and I'm getting rid of it. I'm going back to my old Alexa. That's
Well then.
They were discounted for like a gazillion. They were discounted a lot at Target last year in December. So we were like, oh, let's get it because it goes with all of the cameras. And we could be like, hey, Google, show me the backyard camera. And it could be like on a screen instead of our phone. And you know what? Now I know why it was so fucking cheap because it sucks. She never listens to you. You have to scream, hey, Google, 100 times. And sometimes they don't even hear you. The amount of things that have burned because the alarms set a timer for blah, blah, blah. And then you'll be like, 10 minutes have gone by and you'll be like, what happened to that 3-minute timer that I set? Oh, yeah, now the chicken nuggets are burning. So I'm just saying.
Well, shit.
However, it was fine for the first month.
Wow. When it was probably under warranty.
Exactly. I don't think so. We got it at 75% off or something. Like we were like, wow, they're so cheap. This is great.
What a deal.
And then I'm like, bring the old Alexa out of storage. I can't stand it anymore.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No, but speaking of Macaulay Culkin and Home Alone, it's just always so fun to also think about, especially now post Succession, to think about his brother in Home Alone.
Oh, yes.
Fuller.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same brother? That's not the
Yeah,
there's
the
two
same
that
brother.
act, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Are
don't know
both
if there's
of them
another
in
one.
it? Rory acted as a kid, and Kieran. Kieran is the one
Kieran
that's
is the
Fuller?
one that's
Kieran,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty fun, huh?
Yeah, totally wild.
Jessica had a bit of feedback in the Facebook group a few minutes ago.
Oh.
She said, Colleen, how are the turtles if they're still around? I know it's getting colder. They might be hibernating. They haven't had an update lately. So Lisa came back at some point this summer, but then she disappeared again.
Okay.
We had a very bad rainstorm and flood in which I had to go out and get pizza and come back. And there was an incident in which one of the musk turtles ended up under my car tires. So that was pretty bad.
Oh, no.
I felt really bad about that. So I ran it over in the gravelly part of the driveway before you get to the driveway.
Yeah.
And it was like pouring down rain.
It was very far for that turtle to have traveled.
I know. I wonder if it had traveled maybe not from our pond, but had floated down from the main lake. Because don't forget, we're on the hill. So our pond is the runoff from the road and the lake. And Jay had found it the next morning. And it was, I felt really, really bad. That whole 2 days, I was just for 2 days after, I was so upset. I was like, I can't believe it. He was like, how do you think I feel? I had to find it. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. But all the other turtles are alive and accounted for. We did lose a bunch, not to death, but to moving on, because the asshole snapping turtle, not what's his face, not Mitch, but the other one. What do we name the other one? The baby snapping turtle grew up and started biting the legs and feet off of the the little itty bitty baby turtles, twins or whatever. So we have a bunch of 3-legged turtles in our pond now. We tried to capture the asshole one. By the end of the summer, we had a lot more in there, so I'm hoping the other one finally moved on, but we'll find out. We'll find out in the spring.
Turtle life.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Quite the soap opera.
It is a soap opera, but they're all brumating now, so we have not seen them in a little while. But yeah, good times. That's my turtle update. So we do have some of them that are still there. A lot of them had moved on, and we're pretty sure it's because of the snapping turtle. And yeah, we did see Lisa confirmed this summer, but then she left again. So hopefully, maybe she was just visiting family in the area.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I was in the neighborhood for work, and I thought I'd swing by and say hey.
Yeah, right. Checking out this location to lay some eggs. It worked for me before. So yeah, there's my turtle update.
Oh.
Nice.
There was something else that I thought of to ask you guys, and now I can't remember what it was, so I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, we do have a That's What She Said, though.
Oh, we do?
We do. Hold on. I will add it to the outline. I am on it. It won't be as pretty as you make it, but let's do that, and then there we go. Okay. All right, so let's finish up with a That's What She Said after
All
the
right.
depressing turtle update.
What if I did this, and this, and I was just like, God, I should have stuck with the original plan.
I've got 14 tabs open with different options.
Love the gobble gobble.
Everybody's in.
You got to put the emphasis on the correct spot or it won't work.
True story. Really keeps the sweat off. It's great.
You could stay here and take a shower to get rid of it, but you'll probably just want to go home and do it.
They didn't present as super swollen.
I have a throat thing going on, which, by the way, when I was in the tea section, I saw the throat coat tea and I couldn't stop laughing like an immature 5-year-old. I was like, throat coat, that's so funny.
That's like when I've seen Kleenex boxes that are like off-brand and they're facial tissues. And I'm like, really? For facials. Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah.
There's got to be a better way to say
that. Yeah. I know Kleenex is a brand, but come on. Yeah. Yeah.
As opposed to what? Dick tissues?
Yeah, maybe we just don't need the facial part.
Belly button tissues? Yeah. Armpit tissues? Vag tissues? Like, come on.
So they can sell more if they label them different for different parts of the body. They can sell more.
Exactly.
Like, buy this one. Buy this smooth one for your nose. Buy this other one for your toes.
This exfoliating tissue.
Yeah.
The soft ones for the nose, the sandpapering ones for your
favorite tissues for your toes. We got to get a marketing department. Okay, sorry. I have a throat thing going on.
All right. Maybe I found the thing.
It was sitting on the nightstand all year.
Let me get it from Libby.
I would like to come.
Me too.
At least it won't be sticky.
You got the tools you need.
I don't know, but I like both ways.
Go get it in 2024, and when you're tired, just take a nap.
Just take a nap.
Just take a nap. But I am late dialed. So take a nap. Fire the missiles.
Oh my God. Okay. On that note, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for playing. Yes, give us feedback. We need the feedback. Thebroadcasters3@gmail.com. Give us a call, 331-276-2373. If anybody checked out the Thursday Murder Club series that I talked about last week, let us know or if you've read it, let us know what you thought about that. I have not read any more because it's been very busy, but my book 3 that I ordered from Libby expires in 3 days. So I either have to find the time to read it or I need to shut the Wi-Fi off again for an indefinite period of time. I'm leaning towards trying to find time to read it, but
Yeah, well, or you just split the difference and you could just do both.
Yes.
Yeah, but if
I'm
I
trying to read it, but then have to turn off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, because I tried to renew it and it was like, nope, this waiting list is too long. You can get back on the wait list.
Like this book. People like this book about old people solving murders. Old Brits solving murders.
Old Brits solving murders. Okay. Thank you all, though. As always, we will talk to you next week about movies. Woo!
Yeah.
Send in your feedback by Wednesday, the 13th in the evening times. And we hope to see you live on Zoom on December 19th at 9 p.m. Bring your resolutions. Okay. On that note, thank you to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute a certain level. That'd be Eckhart, Rickner, Maggie, the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, and the creepy poopy head mailman. Shandy and I are really for real this week.
I know.
We're gonna do it for real this week.
We're gonna do
Let's
it. We're gonna do
Let's
it.
make time. I might see Shandy on Saturday.
Yeah.
It may be a Glatfelter family affair.
Oh, fun!
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Fly down, Amanda. You can hitch a ride with us.
Oh, I'm sure I couldn't get a flight that cheap on such short notice.
Yeah, that's true. In December.
Free.
If it was a January concert, sure, but probably not December.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. You know, kids can change their minds at any given moment.
Yeah.
So this is hopefully it doesn't sell out because this is going to be a case of me getting a ticket, 1 ticket or 4 tickets on last minute notice.
I kind of don't. I don't know. I don't know. I have no basis for comparison, but I have a hard time imagining that it would sell out. But hey, what do I know?
Hey, people like holiday concerts.
They do. But this isn't the big one. The big one is the one I went to last year.
Yeah, and that one's free. So you would think that
Yeah.
And that one wasn't. There were seats left there.
Yeah, and if you get an email that's like we're at 90% capacity, then fucking text me.
Will do.
Okay. All right. On that note, everybody, thanks for playing. We'll see you next week. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.